Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're diving into 8 common habits that silently drain your strength and undermine your potential. Whether it's how we talk to ourselves or the way we spend our time, these habits can weaken both your mind and spirit without you even realizing it. But with the wisdom of Stoicism, you can break free from these patterns, regain control, and transform your life. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have practical Stoic tools to identify and overcome these habits, allowing you to build resilience, focus, and inner strength. Let's get started. Procrastination of time is one of the most common habits that holds people back from reaching their full potential. It's the silent thief that steals opportunities, progress, and personal growth. In Stoicism, time is seen as one of our most valuable resources, and wasting it weakens both our discipline and sense of purpose. In this lesson, we will explore how procrastination impacts your life and how you can overcome it by adopting Stoic principles. These 7 points will help you reclaim your time, focus on what matters, and become more productive and intentional in your daily actions. Understand the value of time. According to the Stoics, time is the most precious commodity we have, and wasting it is a form of self-neglect. Reflect on how limited your time is and begin treating it as a non-renewable resource. Once you grasp its true value, you'll be less likely to squander it on distractions or delays. Live in the present moment. Procrastination often stems from worrying about future outcomes or waiting for the perfect moment to act. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present and take action now without being paralyzed by future uncertainties. Live in the moment and use your time wisely instead of letting it slip away. Break tasks into manageable steps. One reason people procrastinate is feeling overwhelmed by the size of a task. By breaking your work into smaller, manageable steps, you make the process less daunting. The Stoic approach encourages focusing on the task at hand, one step at a time, which makes action easier and reduces the urge to delay. Practice voluntary discomfort. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of embracing discomfort as a way to build resilience. Procrastination often happens because we avoid uncomfortable tasks. Train yourself to willingly face uncomfortable situations or tasks head-on, knowing that growth lies on the other side of discomfort. Remove distractions. External distractions are often at the heart of procrastination. Apply the Stoic principle of apatheia, the ability to maintain an untroubled mind, by minimizing external distractions. Whether it's social media, excessive entertainment, or unnecessary conversations, remove what doesn't contribute to your progress. Embrace the impermanence of life. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves that life is fleeting. This awareness, known as memento mori, encourages you to act with urgency. Recognizing that your time is limited can motivate you to make the most of each moment, instead of postponing tasks for a later time that may never come. Hold yourself accountable. Self-discipline is a key Stoic virtue. When you procrastinate, you're not holding yourself to the standards you know you're capable of. Start holding yourself accountable for your actions and choices, and regularly reflect on whether you're using your time to serve your purpose or delaying progress unnecessarily. Negative self-talk is one of the most destructive habits you can develop, silently chipping away at your confidence and self-worth. It's that inner voice that doubts your abilities, criticizes your every move, and holds you back from realizing your potential. In Stoicism, the way we speak to ourselves is crucial in shaping our mindset and actions. By transforming your internal dialogue, you can build resilience, improve your outlook, and strengthen your character. In this lesson, we'll explore 7 Stoic principles to help you silence negative self-talk, and cultivate a mindset of self-compassion, strength, and inner peace. Recognize that thoughts are not facts. In Stoicism, we learn that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Negative self-talk often comes from incorrect or exaggerated thoughts. Start by recognizing that just because you think something negative doesn't make it true. Practice separating facts from your emotional reactions. Shift your focus to what you can control. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Negative self-talk often arises from focusing on things beyond our control, like the opinions of others or past mistakes. By shifting your attention to what you can influence, your actions, thoughts, and efforts, you'll find more empowerment and less self-criticism. Practice self-compassion. Instead of harshly criticizing yourself, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Stoicism encourages sympathia, the understanding that we are all imperfect. Embrace your humanity and allow room for mistakes without tearing yourself down. Use failures as learning experiences rather than as reasons for self-condemnation. Use rational reflection. When negative thoughts arise, challenge them with logic. Stoics like Epictetus emphasize the importance of reasoning. Ask yourself, is this thought rational? Is it based on evidence, or is it an exaggerated assumption? Analyzing your thoughts through a rational lens will help you break the cycle of negativity. Reframe your inner dialogue. Instead of saying, I can't or I'm not good enough, reframe your thoughts in a more constructive way. For example, change, I'll never succeed to, I'm learning and improving each day. Stoicism teaches us to focus on progress over perfection. By reframing your inner dialogue, you replace defeatist thoughts with empowering ones. Practice the Stoic virtue of courage. Negative self-talk often stems from fear of failure, rejection, or inadequacy. Stoicism reminds us that courage is one of the most important virtues. Train yourself to be courageous by taking action in spite of your fears and doubts. As you face challenges head-on, your inner critic will grow quieter. Meditate on your inner strength. Stoicism emphasizes cultivating inner strength through reflection. Take time to remind yourself of your past achievements, strengths, and qualities. Acknowledge the challenges you've already overcome. By regularly meditating on your inner strengths, you'll build resilience and silence the voice of negativity over time. Avoiding challenges is a habit that can quietly erode your potential and personal growth. When you avoid challenges, you miss out on opportunities to learn, grow stronger, and test your abilities. Stoicism teaches us that challenges are not obstacles to be feared, but essential elements of life that build character and resilience. In fact, embracing difficulties is key to living a fulfilling and meaningful life. In this lesson, we'll explore how to shift your mindset, approach challenges with a Stoic attitude, and use them as tools for self-improvement through 7 key points. Recognize that adversity builds strength. Stoics like Epictetus believed that adversity is essential for growth. Just like a muscle grows stronger by being challenged, your character and mental resilience are developed through facing difficulties. Every challenge you confront is an opportunity to become more capable and resilient. Avoiding them only weakens your resolve. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of seeing challenges as threats or burdens, Stoicism encourages you to view them as opportunities for growth. Shift your mindset from, "Why is this happening to me?" to "What can I learn from this?" By reframing your perception, you'll start to see challenges as valuable lessons rather than obstacles. Focus on what you can control. Challenges often feel overwhelming because we focus on the aspects we cannot control. Stoicism teaches us to direct our energy toward what we can influence, our actions, thoughts, and responses. By narrowing your focus to the areas within your control, you empower yourself to act rather than avoiding the challenge altogether. Practice voluntary discomfort. One Stoic practice is to deliberately expose yourself to discomfort and difficulty. This helps you build mental toughness and reduces your fear of challenges. Start by doing things that push you outside your comfort zone, whether it's trying something new, taking on a tough project, or facing an uncomfortable conversation. The more you embrace discomfort, the less daunting challenges will seem. Develop inner confidence through action. Avoidance of challenges often stems from a lack of confidence. Stoicism teaches that confidence is developed through action. Start by taking small, deliberate steps toward facing challenges. As you build momentum and see progress, your self-belief will grow, making it easier to tackle larger challenges in the future. Accept that failure is part of growth. Fear of failure is a common reason people avoid challenges. However, Stoicism views failure as a natural part of learning and improvement. Every failure offers valuable feedback and experience. Instead of avoiding challenges out of fear, embrace the possibility of failure as a necessary step toward success. Embrace the Stoic virtue of courage. Courage is one of the 4 key virtues in Stoicism. It's the ability to confront difficulties and uncertainties with strength and resolve. Practice cultivating courage by taking on challenges even when they seem intimidating. Over time, you'll find that courage becomes a natural response to adversity, making avoidance no longer an option. Indulging in excessive materialism is a habit that can drain your sense of fulfillment and weaken your connection to what truly matters. When we place too much importance on material possessions, we often lose sight of inner values like character, virtue, and wisdom. In Stoicism, the focus is on controlling our desires and recognizing that true happiness comes from within, not from external things. In this lesson, we'll explore how to break free from materialism and cultivate a mindset of contentment and simplicity. Here are 7 Stoic principles to help you detach from excessive materialism and lead a more meaningful life. Understand that possessions don't define you. Stoicism teaches that your worth is determined by your character, not by the things you own. Material items are external and do not contribute to your inner virtue. Remind yourself that your value comes from who you are and how you live, not from your wealth or possessions. This mindset shift will help reduce the urge to accumulate unnecessary things. Practice gratitude for what you have. Excessive materialism often stems from a constant desire for more. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. The Stoics believed that contentment comes from appreciating the present moment and the blessings it holds. Make it a habit to regularly reflect on the simple things you're grateful for, and you'll find less need for more material possessions. Focus on inner wealth, not outer wealth. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of cultivating inner wealth, such as wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, rather than outer wealth like money and possessions. By focusing on building your internal virtues, you'll experience a deeper sense of fulfillment than material things could ever provide. Invest in personal growth instead of material accumulation. Practice voluntary simplicity. A key Stoic practice is voluntary simplicity, choosing to live with less as a way to train yourself against the pull of excess. Try going without luxuries for a period of time, whether it's reducing your shopping or simplifying your lifestyle. This practice teaches you that happiness doesn't depend on material comforts and strengthens your self-discipline. Reflect on the impermanence of material things. Everything material is fleeting and temporary. Stoicism encourages us to remember that the things we acquire can be lost stolen, or broken. By contemplating the impermanence of material goods, you'll reduce your emotional attachment to them and shift your focus to what truly endures, your character and actions. Seek fulfillment in purpose, not possessions. Excessive. Materialism often arises from seeking happiness in the wrong places. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes from living a life of purpose and meaning, not from accumulating things. Focus on your personal mission, your relationships, and the impact you make on the world, rather than being caught up in the pursuit of more material items. Practice contentment through moderation. One of the Stoic virtues is temperance, which encourages moderation in all things. Apply this principle to your material desires by practicing self-control and resisting the urge to overindulge. Learn to find contentment with what you have rather than constantly seeking more. This practice not only reduces materialism but also brings peace and satisfaction. Seeking external validation is a habit that can undermine your sense of self-worth and leave you dependent on the opinions of others. In Stoicism, true strength and happiness come from within, not from external approval or praise. When we rely on others to define our value, we give away our power and become vulnerable to disappointment and insecurity. To live a life of inner peace and confidence, we must shift our focus from seeking validation from others to cultivating self-assurance based on our own values and actions. In this lesson, we'll explore 7 Stoic principles to help you break free from the need for external validation. Recognize that you control your own value. Stoicism teaches that your worth is not determined by others' opinions, but by your own actions and character. External validation is fleeting, and basing your value on it will only lead to insecurity. Instead, remind yourself that you control how you feel about yourself, and your sense of worth should come from living according to your principles, not others' approval. Focus on inner approval. One of the core Stoic principles is focusing on what is within your control. The opinions of others are beyond your control, but your thoughts and actions are yours to manage. Shift your attention from seeking external praise to gaining internal approval by living virtuously and staying true to your values. When you focus on what's within, you become less affected by others' opinions. Detach from the need for praise. Stoics encourage detachment from external outcomes, including the desire for praise or recognition. Seeking validation from others often stems from wanting approval. Recognize that this desire is not necessary for your happiness. Detaching from the need for others' praise allows you to focus on what truly matters, your actions and growth, regardless of external acknowledgement. Develop self-confidence through consistency. Confidence is built not by the approval of others, but by consistently showing up and doing what you know is right. In Stoicism, self-confidence comes from internal discipline and self-awareness. As you build habits aligned with your values, your sense of self-worth will naturally grow, making external validation irrelevant. Reframe criticism as feedback, not judgment. One of the reasons we seek external validation is the fear of criticism. Stoicism teaches that criticism is simply feedback, not a reflection of your value as a person. By reframing criticism as a tool for learning and growth, you can let go of the need for constant praise and become more open to improvement without feeling diminished by others' opinions. Understand the impermanence of others' opinions. Opinions, like all external things, are subject to change. Stoicism encourages us to remember the impermanence of all things, including what others think of us. By understanding that opinions are temporary and often influenced by factors beyond our control, you'll find it easier to detach from seeking validation and instead focus on your lasting inner values. Find fulfillment in your own progress. Rather than seeking validation from others, focus on finding fulfillment in your own personal progress. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from living a life of purpose and striving to improve yourself each day. By measuring your worth based on how far you've come and how aligned you are with your values, you'll find that external validation becomes unnecessary. The inability to cope with negative emotions can lead to overwhelming stress, anxiety, and frustration. In Stoicism, emotional mastery is a central principle, emphasizing that while we can't always control the events that trigger negative emotions, we can control how we respond to them. By learning to accept, process, and manage these emotions, we strengthen our resilience and inner peace. In this lesson, we'll explore how to apply Stoic practices to effectively cope with negative emotions and cultivate emotional strength through 7 key points. Acknowledge your emotions without judgment. Stoicism teaches that emotions themselves are neither good nor bad. They are natural human responses. The key is not to suppress them, but to acknowledge them without being overwhelmed. By recognizing your negative emotions without judgment, you take the first step toward understanding and managing them. Focus on what you can control. Negative emotions often arise when we fixate on things beyond our control, such as other people's actions or external events. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and responses. By shifting your attention to your inner control, you can reduce the impact of negative emotions and empower yourself to take meaningful action. Practice cognitive distancing. One powerful Stoic technique is cognitive distancing, where you view your emotions from an objective perspective. Instead of identifying with your negative emotions, "I am angry," you recognize them as temporary experiences. "I am feeling anger right now." This helps you gain distance from the emotion, reducing its intensity and allowing you to respond more rationally. Reframe negative emotions as opportunities for growth. Stoicism teaches that challenges and hardships are opportunities to develop strength and virtue. Instead of seeing negative emotions as obstacles, view them as opportunities to practice patience, resilience, and emotional mastery. When you reframe difficult emotions in this way, you transform them into tools for personal growth. Embrace the Stoic virtue of acceptance. Stoics emphasize the importance of accepting what we cannot change. When you experience negative emotions, it's essential to accept the reality of the situation without resistance. By practicing acceptance, you allow yourself to let go of unnecessary suffering and focus on what you can do to move forward. This leads to greater emotional clarity and peace. Use negative visualization to build resilience. Stoics often practice negative visualization, where they imagined worst-case scenarios to mentally prepare for life's challenges. By contemplating potential difficulties in advance, you reduce the emotional impact when they arise. This practice helps you become more resilient and less reactive to negative emotions when they occur. Cultivate inner calm through mindfulness and reflection. Developing a practice of mindfulness and self-reflection is essential to coping with negative emotions. The Stoics often took time for daily reflection to assess their thoughts and reactions. By regularly reflecting on your emotional responses, you can become more mindful of your triggers and develop strategies to manage them. This leads to greater emotional balance and inner calm. Negative emotions are an inevitable part of life, but how we respond to them defines our strength and resilience. In Stoicism, learning to cope with these emotions is seen as a vital skill for achieving inner peace and self-mastery. Instead of letting negative emotions control us, we can adopt strategies that empower us to handle them effectively. These Stoic-inspired approaches not only help manage emotions, but also foster personal growth and mental toughness. Below are several strategies to help you cope with negative emotions and regain control over your emotional state. Practice mindful awareness. The first step to managing negative emotions is acknowledging them without immediately reacting. Mindful awareness allows you to observe your emotional state without judgment. When you practice mindfulness, you create a mental space between feeling an emotion and reacting to it, giving you greater control over how you respond. This practice helps you remain calm, even in emotionally charged situations. Reframe your thoughts. Stoics believed in cognitive reframing, the ability to view situations from different perspectives. When negative emotions arise, challenge the thoughts that are fueling them. For instance, instead of thinking, "This is a disaster," reframe it as, "This is a challenge, and I can learn from it." Reframing helps reduce the intensity of negative emotions by shifting your mindset toward growth and opportunity. Focus on what you can control. A core Stoic principle is focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what is not. When faced with negative emotions, ask yourself, "Is this something I can control?" If the answer is no, release it. If yes, focus on taking positive action. This shift in focus empowers you to deal with emotions proactively, rather than feeling helpless or overwhelmed. Embrace acceptance and let go. Accepting difficult situations as they are without resistance is a powerful way to cope with negative emotions. Stoicism teaches that many negative emotions arise from resisting reality. By embracing acceptance, you allow yourself to release the emotional energy tied to wishing things were different. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It's about acknowledging the reality of a situation so that you can move forward with clarity. Use deep breathing techniques. Negative emotions often trigger physical reactions like tension, anxiety, or rapid breathing. Using deep, intentional breathing techniques can help calm your body and mind. When you feel overwhelmed, practice taking slow, deep breaths to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which reduces stress and helps restore emotional balance. This physical practice reinforces emotional control. Create emotional distance through writing. Journaling is a useful tool for processing emotions. When you write about your feelings, you externalize them, making it easier to understand and analyze them. Writing allows you to step back and view your emotions from an objective perspective, which can help you gain insight and clarity. It's also a constructive way to release pent-up emotions without reacting impulsively. Find meaning in adversity. The Stoics believed that every challenge, including negative emotions, has the potential to teach us something valuable. When you face emotional difficulties, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Finding meaning in adversity turns painful emotions into opportunities for growth. This mindset fosters resilience and helps you see negative emotions not as setbacks, but as essential experiences that contribute to your development. Cultivating mindfulness is a powerful practice that allows you to become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without being overwhelmed by them. In Stoicism, mindfulness aligns with the principle of prosos, attentiveness to the present moment and careful monitoring of one's inner state. By practicing mindfulness, you develop the ability to observe your emotions and reactions from a place of calm awareness, which enables you to respond to life's challenges with clarity and intention. In this lesson, we'll explore how to cultivate mindfulness and its benefits through 7 Stoic-inspired strategies. Start with focused breathing. Mindfulness begins with anchoring your attention to something constant, such as your breath. In moments of stress or distraction, focus on your breathing. Take slow, deep breaths and observe the rise and fall of your chest. This simple practice grounds you in the present moment, reducing anxiety and helping you clear your mind. The Stoics believed that by controlling your breath, you can also control your emotions. Observe your thoughts without attachment. Mindfulness is about observing your thoughts without identifying with them. As thoughts arise, especially negative or anxious ones, view them as passing clouds in the sky. Instead of getting caught up in them, simply note their presence and let them pass. The Stoics taught that thoughts are just impressions, neither good nor bad, and you have the power to choose how much attention to give them. Practice single tasking. Multitasking scatters your attention, making it harder to stay mindful. Instead, practice single tasking by giving your full attention to one task at a time. Whether you're working, eating, or having a conversation, focus entirely on the present activity. The Stoics emphasized being fully engaged in the present, as it's the only moment you truly control. This practice strengthens your mindfulness and enhances the quality of your experiences. Engage in daily reflection. The Stoics believed in the power of daily reflection to cultivate mindfulness. At the end of each day, take time to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and emotions. Ask yourself, what went well today? Where could I improve? This practice helps you become more aware of your inner patterns and how you respond to different situations, fostering greater mindfulness in the future. Use mindful walking as a practice. Walking can be an opportunity for mindfulness. Instead of rushing or thinking about the future, focus on each step, the sensation of your feet on the ground and the rhythm of your movement. Engage your senses by paying attention to your surroundings, the sounds, sights, and smells. Mindful walking helps you stay connected to the present moment, bringing calm and clarity. Cultivate gratitude for the present moment. Mindfulness encourages gratitude by drawing your attention to what you have in the here and now. Take moments throughout your day to pause and reflect on what you appreciate, whether it's the warmth of the sun, a good conversation, or the simple act of breathing. The Stoics believed in valuing the present as life's most precious gift, and gratitude helps reinforce your connection to the moment. Let go of judgment. One of the barriers to mindfulness is the tendency to judge experiences as good or bad. The Stoics taught that events are neutral. It's our perception that gives them value. By letting go of judgment, you free yourself from unnecessary emotional reactions. When practicing mindfulness, observe your experiences without labeling them. This non-judgmental awareness allows you to stay centered and responsive, rather than reactive. Practicing self-reflection is a cornerstone of personal growth and Stoic philosophy. It involves taking time to evaluate your thoughts, actions, and emotions, allowing you to gain insights into your behavior and mindset. In Stoicism, self-reflection is used to align your actions with your values, learn from your experiences, and cultivate inner virtue. By regularly engaging in self-reflection, you can improve self-awareness, make more intentional decisions, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. Here are 7 key strategies to effectively practice self-reflection. Set aside dedicated time for reflection. To make self-reflection a meaningful practice, allocate specific times during your day or week for this purpose. Whether it's in the morning, evening, or both, having a dedicated time helps establish a routine and ensures that you regularly engage in self-reflection. Use this time to review your day, contemplate your actions, and assess your alignment with your values. Ask thought-provoking questions. Self-reflection becomes more insightful when you ask yourself thoughtful questions. Consider questions such as, what did I do well today? What could I improve upon? How did I handle challenges or conflicts? These questions guide your reflection and help you focus on areas for growth, allowing you to gain valuable insights into your behavior and decisions. Journal your thoughts and experiences. Keeping a journal is a powerful tool for self-reflection. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences allows you to externalize and organize your reflections. Journaling helps you track your progress over time, identify patterns, and clarify your goals. The Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, used journaling as a means to reflect on their thoughts and actions. Review your reactions to situations. Reflect on how you react to various situations, especially challenging ones. Analyze whether your reactions align with your Stoic principles and values. For instance, did you respond with patience and composure, or did you let anger or frustration take over? Understanding your reactions helps you identify areas for improvement and develop more balanced and virtuous responses. Seek feedback from others. While self-reflection is often a solitary practice, seeking feedback from others can provide valuable perspectives. Ask trusted friends, family members, or mentors for their honest observations about your behavior and decisions. Their insights can help you see yourself from different angles and enhance your self-awareness. Practice gratitude and acknowledge growth. As part of your self-reflection, take time to recognize and appreciate your growth and achievements. Reflect on the progress you've made and the positive changes you've experienced. Practicing gratitude for your development reinforces your commitment to personal growth and boosts your motivation to continue improving. Integrate reflections into action. Self-reflection is most effective when it leads to actionable change. After reflecting on your thoughts and experiences, identify specific actions you can take to address areas for improvement. Set goals and create plans to implement these changes in your daily life. By integrating your reflections into practical steps, you ensure that self-reflection contributes to your ongoing growth and development. In moments of conflict and betrayal, the impulse for revenge can be strong. However, in Stoic philosophy, seeking virtue rather than revenge is seen as a path to true strength and inner peace. Revenge often perpetuates a cycle of negativity and harm, while the pursuit of virtue focuses on maintaining integrity and wisdom. By choosing to act with virtue, you not only uphold your values, but also foster a more harmonious and respectful environment. In this lesson, we'll explore how to prioritize virtue over revenge through 7 Stoic-inspired strategies. Understand the nature of revenge. Revenge often stems from a desire to retaliate or restore a perceived balance. However, Stoicism teaches that revenge is a misguided response that can lead to more suffering and conflict. By understanding that revenge is ultimately unproductive and detrimental, you can shift your focus toward more constructive and virtuous actions. Practice empathy and compassion. Empathy involves understanding others' perspectives and motivations. Instead of seeking revenge, try to see the situation from the other person's point of view. Compassion helps you respond with kindness and forgiveness rather than anger. Stoicism emphasizes that everyone is fallible and that acting with empathy aligns with virtue. Focus on your own behavior. Your actions are within your control, while the behavior of others is not. Rather than fixating on how to get back at someone, concentrate on how you can act with integrity and virtue. Stoicism teaches that the right response is to maintain your own moral standards and not be swayed by others' actions. Cultivate inner peace through self-control. Revenge is often fueled by emotional impulses. Developing self-control helps you manage these impulses and respond with calm and rationality. Practicing self-discipline allows you to act in accordance with your values rather than reacting out of anger or hurt. Reframe adversity as an opportunity for growth. Stoicism encourages viewing challenges and conflicts as opportunities for personal growth. Instead of seeking revenge, use the situation as a chance to strengthen your character and virtues. By focusing on how you can grow from adversity, you turn a negative experience into a source of positive development. Emphasize the value of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a key aspect of virtuous behavior. By letting go of the desire for revenge and choosing to forgive, you free yourself from the burden of resentment and anger. Stoicism teaches that holding on to grudges harms your own peace of mind, while forgiveness aligns with virtue and promotes inner tranquility. Reflect on the consequences of revenge. Consider the potential consequences of seeking revenge. Often, revenge leads to further conflict, damaged relationships, and a cycle of negativity. By reflecting on these outcomes, you can see that pursuing virtue is a more beneficial and constructive path. Making decisions based on long-term consequences rather than immediate satisfaction aligns with Stoic wisdom. Embracing serenity is about finding inner calm amidst life's chaos and challenges. In Stoic philosophy, serenity is a fundamental aspect of living a virtuous life. It involves maintaining peace of mind regardless of external circumstances and cultivating a stable, balanced approach to life's ups and downs. By embracing serenity, you align with Stoic principles of self-control, acceptance, and rationality. In this lesson, we'll explore 7 strategies to cultivate and embrace serenity in your daily life. Accept what you cannot control. Serenity begins with the acceptance of things beyond your control. According to Stoicism, focusing on what you can change and letting go of what you can't is crucial for inner peace. By acknowledging that some aspects of life are outside your influence, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. Practice mindful presence. Being present in the moment helps you avoid getting overwhelmed by past regrets or future anxieties. Mindfulness techniques such as focused breathing and meditation allow you to anchor your attention to the present, reducing the impact of external disturbances on your inner serenity. Cultivate gratitude. Embracing a mindset of gratitude helps shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Regularly reflecting on the things you are thankful for fosters a sense of contentment and serenity. By appreciating the positives, you build resilience against negativity and maintain a peaceful outlook. Implement Stoic reflection. Reflecting on your thoughts, actions, and emotions through Stoic practices helps you maintain perspective and serenity. Set aside time for daily reflection to assess how well you've adhered to your values and principles. This practice helps you stay grounded and align your responses with serenity and rationality. Develop emotional detachment. Emotional detachment is about observing your feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. When faced with challenging situations, practice separating yourself from intense emotions by adopting a rational perspective. This approach helps you manage your responses and maintain inner calm. Set healthy boundaries. Establishing and maintaining boundaries is essential for preserving serenity. Protect your mental and emotional well-being by setting limits on what you are willing to tolerate and how much you engage with stressful situations or individuals. Healthy boundaries help you maintain balance and focus on your inner peace. Engage in regular self-care. Taking care of your physical and mental health supports overall serenity. Incorporate activities that promote relaxation and well-being, such as exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient rest. By prioritizing self-care, you create a foundation for serenity that enhances your ability to handle life's challenges gracefully. Dwelling on past mistakes is a common struggle that can hinder personal growth and emotional well-being. In Stoic philosophy, the past is considered beyond our control, and focusing excessively on past errors can lead to unnecessary suffering and hinder progress. Stoicism encourages us to learn from our mistakes without being paralyzed by them. By adopting a forward-looking mindset and applying Stoic principles, we can transform our relationship with past errors and foster a more positive and productive approach to life. Here are 7 strategies to effectively manage and move beyond dwelling on past mistakes. Strategies to overcome dwelling on past mistakes. Acknowledge and accept mistakes. The first step to moving beyond past mistakes is to acknowledge them honestly. Acceptance is crucial for releasing the emotional hold of errors. By recognizing your mistakes without denial or self-blame, you create a foundation for learning and growth. Stoicism teaches that accepting reality as it is, rather than how we wish it to be, is essential for personal progress. Focus on the present moment. Dwelling on past mistakes pulls your attention away from the present. To combat this, practice mindfulness and focus on the current moment. Engaging fully in the here and now allows you to direct your energy toward constructive actions rather than being stuck in regret. Techniques like deep breathing and mindful observation can help anchor your awareness to the present. Learn and extract lessons. Every mistake holds an opportunity for learning. Reflect on what went wrong and identify the lessons you can draw from the experience. Use these insights to guide your future actions and decisions. By framing mistakes as valuable learning experiences rather than failures, you shift your focus from regret to growth. Practice self-compassion. Being kind to yourself is crucial when dealing with past mistakes. Instead of harsh self-criticism, practice self-compassion by acknowledging that everyone makes errors. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. This approach helps you move forward with greater resilience and self-acceptance. Set forward-looking goals. Redirect your focus from past mistakes to future goals and aspirations. Setting clear, actionable goals help shift your mindset toward positive change and progress. By concentrating on what you want to achieve moving forward, you create a sense of purpose that motivates you to leave past regrets behind. Engage in constructive problem solving. Channel your energy into constructive problem solving rather than ruminating on past errors. Identify practical steps you can take to address any issues or prevent similar mistakes in the future. This proactive approach not only helps you overcome past mistakes, but also empowers you to handle challenges more effectively. Reflect on your progress regularly. Reflect on how far you've come and the progress you've made since your mistakes. Acknowledging your growth and accomplishments reinforces a positive mindset and helps diminish the impact of past errors. By recognizing your development, you cultivate a sense of accomplishment and motivation for continued improvement. Ignoring the well-being of others is a behavior that can create distance in relationships and foster a lack of empathy and connection. In Stoic philosophy, caring for others and recognizing their needs aligns with the principle of living in harmony with society and practicing virtue. By focusing solely on your own needs and disregarding those around you, you undermine the Stoic ideals of compassion and social responsibility. Embracing a more empathetic and inclusive approach not only enhances your relationships, but also contributes to a more harmonious and supportive community. Here are 7 strategies to ensure you do not ignore the well-being of others and instead foster a more considerate and virtuous approach. Practice active listening. Engaging in active listening involves fully focusing on the speaker and understanding their perspective without immediately formulating a response. This practice demonstrates respect and care for others' feelings and needs. By listening attentively, you show that you value their well-being and are willing to support them. Express empathy and understanding. Empathy involves putting yourself in others' shoes and acknowledging their emotions and experiences. Make an effort to understand what others are going through and respond with compassion. Stoicism teaches that understanding and valuing the feelings of others is crucial for maintaining harmonious relationships and acting virtuously. Offer support and assistance. Be proactive in offering help and support to those in need. Whether it's providing emotional support, practical assistance, or simply being present, your actions can significantly impact others' well-being. Recognize opportunities to contribute positively to their lives and make an effort to be there for them. Cultivate genuine relationships. Build and nurture relationships based on mutual respect and care. Invest time and effort in understanding the needs and aspirations of those around you. By fostering genuine connections, you create a supportive environment where everyone's well-being is valued and considered. Reflect on your actions and impact. Regularly reflect on how your actions affect others. Consider whether you are contributing positively to their well-being or if there are areas where you could improve. Stoic reflection involves evaluating how well your behavior aligns with your values and making adjustments to better support those around you. Encourage and recognize others' strengths. Acknowledge and celebrate the strengths and achievements of others. By recognizing their contributions and successes, you validate their efforts and boost their self-esteem. Encouragement and recognition foster a positive environment where people feel valued and supported. Practice compassionate decision-making. When making decisions that impact others, consider their well-being and how your choices might affect them. Strive to make decisions that are fair, ethical, and considerate of others' needs. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of acting with virtue and integrity, which includes taking others' well-being into account. In the pursuit of a fulfilling and resilient life, recognizing and overcoming habits that make you weak is essential. Stoicism provides valuable insights and strategies to address these weaknesses and transform your life. By understanding and addressing habits such as procrastination, negative self-talk, avoiding challenges, excessive materialism, seeking external validation, and dwelling on past mistakes, you can foster personal growth and inner strength. Embracing Stoic principles allows you to focus on what you can control, develop a balanced mindset, and cultivate virtues that enhance your well-being. Practices such as seeking virtue instead of revenge, embracing serenity, and prioritizing the well-being of others are key to creating a life of purpose and integrity. By adopting these Stoic-inspired strategies, you can break free from detrimental habits, build a foundation of inner strength, and lead a more meaningful life. The journey towards self-improvement is ongoing. But with the guidance of Stoicism, you can navigate challenges with resilience, cultivate lasting serenity, and transform weaknesses into opportunities for growth. Ultimately, embracing the wisdom of Stoicism empowers you to live a life aligned with your values, focused on personal development, and enriched by meaningful connections with others. Through deliberate action and thoughtful reflection, you can overcome weaknesses and create a life that reflects your true potential and inner strength.